Hi, Brooklyn. So, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be working on a couple of different approaches to help you reduce your stutter. As you know, stuttering is an involuntary repetition of sounds, words, or parts of words. And what I want to try to help you with is to make that involuntary experience a little bit more voluntary, which sounds a little funny, I know. But we just want to help you make it a little easier for you. So, let's start with tell me what the most frustrating thing about your stutter is.
Not being able to control it, and just the anxiety of anticipating when I'm gonna stutter next.
Okay, so I want to try to help you get rid of some of that. So the first thing, we're going to start with the anticipation factor you mentioned. Anticipation is such a huge aspect of stuttering, and being stressed about not knowing when you're going to stutter next, and it can cause even more muscular tension. And so that's a big thing with stuttering is the muscular tension. So we want to try to help you maybe relax that a little bit. And we want to help you have the most efficient speech that you can. So we're going to start with some relaxation. I want us to take just a few minutes here and just start some deep breathing. So we're going to relax our muscles and get all set and comfortable. And we're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to do this 10 times, 10 slow deep breaths. So you just keep going, and I'm going to talk a little bit through it. You can close your eyes if you want to. Being relaxed and prepared for speech is important. And if you're already tight and anxious about speaking, you're not going to start out with the best tools to speak fluently. So we want to start relaxed so we may have a little bit more preparedness for good speech. So the next thing, I wanted to do some neck rolls, so we get that neck tension out. What we're going to do is we're going to look down and stretch the back of your neck, and then roll over to the left, and then pause down at the front again, and then roll over to the right. So, I want you to do this 10 times, pausing at each space, the middle, the left, and then the middle again, and then the right. So the last the last relaxation thing we're going to do is we're going to take our shoulders, so we want to scoot up a little bit. We're going to take our shoulders and roll our shoulders a little bit. So we're going to squeeze up by our ears and then roll back. And I want you to do this one 10 times as well. So now since we're maybe hopefully a little bit more relaxed, we got our muscles a little stretched out here, we're going to try the time out approach. So this approach helps you reduce tension and the rate of speech, because I know sometimes you want to talk and you just start talking and then it gets a little jumbled in there, and so we want to help that by reducing the rate of our speech. And so I have a passage here that I want you to read, and I want you to read it at a slower rate than you might normally. And when you feel yourself start to stutter, I want you to pause for 3 seconds and then relax your mouth and your neck and then begin again, like this. So we'll start with this first passage here. So when I want you to pause for 3 seconds. So, sunlight strikes the raindrops in the air, like that. Does that make sense?
When
you got it. You can do it.
when the sunlight slow
It's okay.
strikes raindrops in the air, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbows is a division of white light into many beautiful
It's okay. You got it. I know it's weird to read slowly.
colors. These take the shape of a long round arch nervous.
I know, nerves play a factor in it, so it makes it even harder than it would be. It's okay. It's okay. You can do it.
Round arch with its path high above and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Good job. I know that's really difficult to read slowly and to pause on that stutter because you want to power through it and just get done. But you did really well. Good job. Okay. So that was kind of addressing more of the anticipation factor. You can kind of feel it coming a little bit with the slower reading. Now I want to address not being able to control it, because that's a big one too. So the first activity we're going to do for this one is the pull out and slide technique. So what this one does is it reduces the tension again and allows for better control over the speaking muscles. So we kind of started practicing this a little bit with just pausing on it with the timeout one, the first passage. So you recognize where it is and you stop right there. With this one, I want you to keep that stutter going and control it. So, how when you start with, let's see, how you started with, right here with pot. You said, and you stopped it. When normally you would have, kept going a little bit on that P, the p. What I want you to do with this one is control that. So it's going to start kind of involuntary, and then I want you to make it voluntary. So when you feel it coming, so looking for the keep it going, pot. So we're going to pull out and then slide the rest of the word. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have this other one, which I know you just got done reading, so I'm sorry, but this is what we're doing today. And then hopefully by the end of it may be a little bit easier. It probably won't be a whole lot easier today, but we're going to keep working with you. And we're going to do this one now. So that pull out and then slide through the rest of the word.
You wished to know
Yeah, you got it. This one's a little bit harder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then just slide through the rest of the word.
All about my grandfather.
Good job. I know it's weird.
Well, he is nearly 93 years old. Old.
Good.
He dresses himself in an ancient black,
It's okay, you got it.
frock, coat.
There you go. Good slide.
Usually minus several buttons, yet he still thinks as
It's okay, you got it.
swiftly as ever. A long flowing beard clings to his chin, giving those who observe him a pronounced feeling of the utmost respect. When he speaks, his voice is just a bit cracked and quivers. A trifle.
So you can see where it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's good with the other one, with trifle. You didn't even stutter on it. You stopped before and then made yourself stutter. So you know what's gonna happen.
Twice each day he plays skillfully and with zest up.
Yeah, you can say up, because that's kind of that whole part of that word right there. It's a hard one.
Up upon our small organ. Except in the winter, when the ooze or snow or ice prevents he slowly takes a short walk in the open air each day. We have often urged him to walk more and smoke less, but he always answers banana oil.
I didn't write these. These are just passages that are pretty common to have people read.
Oh.
So yeah, not my grandfather, but someone's grandfather answers banana oil. So yeah, you did really good with that. I know it's really weird to like draw out that stutter because most of the time you just want to get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
But this is trying to help you be able to control it a little more. So when you do feel it coming on, you can kind of be like, okay, I've been through this. I know how to get myself out of it. So we'll keep practicing these. And I do have a little bit more just to kind of discuss with you today. So do you ever feel like people interrupt you when you're stuttering or like finish your sentences for you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So one thing that we've noticed, we as clinicians have noticed, helps sometimes with that is making eye contact through the stutter, because I know a lot of times when you or others stutter, you want to like look away and kind of get yourself back together and then keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Something that may help with that is keeping that eye contact with the people that you're talking to so they know that you're not quite done yet.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can tell people, I have a stutter, I don't want you to finish my sentences for me. And I know that's a little bit awkward, but there are just some of those people who are really bad about finishing other people's sentences, whether you're stuttering or whether I'm talking or whatever. So you can tell those people, don't finish my sentences for me, please. And that may help, it may not help, but we're just gonna try some different things and see what works. So, I want you to know that it's also very important to know that you're not alone in this. I know sometimes it can probably feel like nobody else has any difficulties with their speech, but they do, and you're not alone. And I want to invite you to a group that this facility has. We have a group that meets once a week, and I know you're really busy, so maybe just whenever you can, just once a week, we meet, and it's a group of adults who either stutter or they've had a stroke, and so they have some speech difficulties from the stroke, and we can all get together, and we have our grad students kind of run it, so they come up with some pretty fun games and stuff. But we all get together, and it's just a group of people who understand what it's like to have difficulties with speech. So no one's going to judge you, and it's a place where it's made for you to just feel comfortable in, just to know you're not alone, and to have a place where you can go where you can stutter or not stutter, and no one's going to judge you for it, whether you do or don't. So I'll give you a flyer about that on the way out. But do you have any questions? Okay, good. If you think of a question, I'll give you my card. It has my number and my email. You can message me, you can email me, anything you need, and we'll get a time set up for next week for another therapy session. Sound good? Okay, thank you.